So here is my 36-week baby bump. Holy crap, can you seriously believe that we are already in week 36? Like, oh my gosh, it's absolutely insane. This is technically 36 weeks and 1 day. I'm filming this a day later than I have been in the past. Just because I didn't feel like filming yesterday. I was having a lot of contractions at work yesterday, and I just came home and jumped straight in the bath and just tried to relax a little bit, and they all went away. So just trying to hold out another week here, you know, trying to make it full term. Yesterday was just kind of a crappy day, so I didn't feel like filming. So because of that, you guys get kind of some bonus information. So you're getting 2 doctor's updates this week instead of me waiting for stuff for next week. So I just went to the doctor this morning. You otherwise wouldn't have heard about it until my 37-week check-in. So I have 2 different appointments plus my regular appointment, 3 doctor's appointments to update you on. So I guess we'll just hop into that first. Okay, so last Wednesday I went to maternal fetal medicine in the morning, and my fluid levels were at 20 centimeters. Which is crazy because they had been at like 25, like really pretty consistently for a while there. And 25 is like the bottom of the high end. So 25 and on is considered high fluid levels. And I was at 20 this past week. And then again today when I went to the doctor, they were down again right around the same amount. So crazy that they've like finally behaved themselves and remained that way. They haven't gone back up again. Like they were kind of fluctuating a couple weeks back, but I'm technically under the like high fluid level range. So I'm the high end of normal, but at least I'm not like technically still high. And holy crap, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like so out of breath. Like the last couple days I've been like crazy out of breath just freaking talking. So hopefully I don't sound too ridiculously winded in this video. Hopefully it gets a little better. And I did really well on my NST today, but last week's NST I was having some contractions and it really worried me. I thought they were going to make me stay longer and have to monitor them more, or go down to labor and delivery and monitor them more, but they let me go last week and I was so grateful for that. And then today I only had a couple kind of big contractions on the monitor, so I passed today really well too. Aaron did really well on his biophysical profile ultrasounds both weeks, this week and last week. He's doing great on his practice breathing. He's like always practice breathing, and things are just looking really good. So at the high risk doctor, things have been super well 2 weeks in a row. So let's talk about my regular doctor appointment, which was last Thursday. So my belly was still measuring 38 centimeters. I'm pretty sure it was 38 centimeters the last time I saw her too, so it hasn't really changed that much, but my fluid levels have gone down. So that kind of accounts for the fact that baby's grown bigger, but my fluid levels have gone down, so my belly still looks about the same. So 38 centimeters at my 36-week or 35-week appointment. I'm taking my last Makina shot tonight, and I'm still taking my Procardia. She said we would talk about that at this week's appointment. So tomorrow we will be discussing when I'm going to stop that. She originally said 36 weeks, but because I'm still having a bunch of contractions, she said we'll just discuss it more tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. I really do kind of worry about that one because, like I said, like just yesterday I was having a bunch of contractions, but as soon as I came home, they went away pretty well, and just relaxing and sitting around and doing nothing really helps them to subside. So I don't know how I exactly feel about stopping the Procardia. I'm very worried that, like, what if I stop the Procardia tomorrow, Thursday, and then Aaron comes, let's say Saturday or something, just a couple days shy of being technically full term. Like, that would just be so annoying. I mean, not necessarily just the fact that he would be considered full term or not full term, you know, technically a preemie or whatever you want to call it, but I just wish he would just wait till 37. Just wait till 37 and you can come whenever you want. I also asked my doctor about a cervix check, but she said she typically doesn't like to do them at least until 37 weeks. And even the way that she kind of worded it, it sounded like she really doesn't like to do them at 37 weeks anyway, because she just feels that sometimes it can start things or like irritate things and get things going before, you know, they really need to start going. So I did not get a cervix check, but I was kind of worried about it because, like I said, I've been having contractions, and I'm just kind of curious to see what all they have done to my cervix, if those contractions are really affecting things or if they're really not that big of a deal. So I've had a couple days this week where things have just kind of started picking up, having a lot of contractions, and then when I rest and do nothing, they will go away. I also, the last couple days ago, I was losing part of my mucus plug, so I know that that can kind of be a sign. I didn't lose any of it until I was physically in labor being induced with Calvin. So I never experienced that in my first pregnancy, but I have been losing little bits of it like 2 days this week, so that's kind of a new, interesting thing. And then my doctor said that she's going to be on vacation my 37th week. So if I go into labor at 37 weeks, she will not be the one delivering my baby. Not that I really care. It doesn't really matter to me. There's 3 different doctors in that particular office that I go to. I don't care who shows up for the last 5 minutes of my birth, you know, like that's how it always is. Like in the movies and everything, like everybody's like, oh no, my doctor isn't going to be there. It's like, does it really matter? Like, are you really that attached to that person that it really matters that much who's going to like catch your baby coming out? Like, to me, it's not really that big of a deal. Some people, maybe it is a real big issue, but it doesn't bother me. I just thought it was kind of funny that that happened to be the circumstances, because I intend on doing everything in my power to try and get him out. Like, as soon as we hit 37 weeks, I want to be like trying all kinds of things to induce labor, because if I don't, I'm gonna end up with a C-section at 39 weeks. That's the other thing that we talked about at the appointment. She said, she didn't give me a date, she didn't schedule exactly, she didn't say exactly 39 weeks, but she said if I don't go into labor before then, that's when we will be scheduling a C-section. So Aaron is a big boy. I understand the reasoning behind it, but it just kind of feels like it's kind of a tight schedule. So I've been spending the last 5 weeks trying to keep this baby in my belly. And then all of a sudden I need to get him out in like 2 weeks time, you know, from 37 weeks to 39 weeks, he needs to come out on his own. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the doctor's appointments. Let's get into all the other stuff. I feel like Aaron is reaching that point where it's getting a little tight in there. His movements just seem to be a lot more slow and kind of rolly as opposed to like jabby, and it just seems like he's getting a little tighter in there. My belly is so unbelievably itchy, it's not even funny, and my belly stretch marks are going crazy. They're like unbelievable. I apply lotion, cocoa butter, all kinds of random lotions, any kind of oils, all kinds of stuff in the morning and at night, every day, and it is still so ridiculously itchy. Oh, and I haven't updated about weight in a while, so I wanted to let you guys know I'm currently up 40 pounds, which is more than recommended, but better than when I was pregnant with Calvin, so I'm counting it as a win still. But I have had some weird, like, some days I feel like I'm starving to death, I need to eat every single thing ever in the whole wide world, and then other days I like have to tell myself to eat lunch or like remind myself that I'm going to be hungry. Like, it's just been really strange. Like, it's just, I don't think I've encountered that this whole pregnancy, like having one day where I'm like starving to death and one day where I'm like literally don't even care about food. I feel like maybe we're starting to nest around here, not just me but my husband as well. Over the weekend he got all the baby stuff up out of the basement and he kind of organized the storage room in the basement with what was left. We brought up like the swing, the little bouncy thing, we brought the bassinet up, we've moved the crib up and put the little bumpers, and so things are like really coming together. We put the car seats in the car finally. I feel like that took forever. But yeah, so just between the two of us, we're kind of starting to get things like ready for baby. I've been the laziest hobo in the whole wide world, especially when it comes to like doing dishes for the past like at least 2 or 3 months, and all of a sudden this past week I will like do my own dishes. When I'm done eating, I'll actually put them in the dishwasher, or like I'm done cooking and I'll actually wash a dish or two, and I'm like, I never do this. I haven't done this in forever. What is this about? So just like random little things are like, I just feel like I was putting away groceries over the weekend and I saw that the shelf in the fridge looked dirty, so I just went and cleaned it. And like, I never do anything like that. Like, why would I just randomly clean this stupid shelf in the fridge? But I did it. So, since the rest of this video has been pretty positive, I thought I would tell you guys kind of leave you on a negative note here for something a little bit different. But I feel like everything hurts. Everything hurts all the time. My whole pelvis just aches. Like that's just the best way I can describe it. Everything hurts. Like rolling over in bed hurts. getting up in the middle of the night and going pee, like just sitting on the toilet to pee 1,000,000 times a day, walking after I've been sitting for a while. I mean, it just, like that region, my whole hip area and everything just feels like it's gonna give out at any moment. And it is, some days it does feel really heavy, like Aaron's like really sitting stupid, like really pushing on things. And some days it's not necessarily Aaron, it's just like everything's loosening up, you know, and getting ready, and it's gotta be the relaxin hormone and everything just hurts. And I just realized that I had it really good when I was pregnant with Calvin, because first of all, it was my first pregnancy, and they say that that's a lot easier in the first time around anyway. Plus I was in the hospital on bed rest for 5 weeks right before he was born, and I didn't have to get up and do things and be civilized and walk, or like ever, like all I had to do was like walk to the bathroom and back, like for 5 weeks. So I had it really easy as far as physical, you know, like what are the, like the demands of moving and doing stuff with your life. Like I had it super easy then. So I totally realize how good I had it, and it kind of sucks a lot this time around, just doing everyday things. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are getting down to the wire, so close right now. I'm really excited to get my last Makina shot tonight, because that's like a big milestone. Like once I had this last shot, like I'm pretty much like all on my own from here, you know, like the hormones are not there to keep him in. And then I've heard that you typically go into labor 7 to 10 days after your last shot, but I mean, it can be totally different for everybody. So we're looking at next week. That's so crazy. Like if that really happens, like this is like crazy. But I just can't wait to get to next week. I mean, I know that right now, even if he did come, he would be good. Most likely, you know, he might spend a couple days in the NICU or something, but most likely he would be pretty well off. But if we can just get to 37 weeks, I would feel like the biggest relief ever. So anyway, I don't want to keep rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up like I said, and I will talk to you next time.